Hi everyone, hope everyone's having a good weekend. Just a little update. As you all probably know, the Wolf Radio Connecting Consciousness has dropped SIMONPARKES. I'm just going to read out the statement from somebody called JP. Now I don't know who JP is, I just know he's that guy with the beard on the radio show. I don't know anything about him, I've never listened to the radio shows, but since I started doing this expose on SIMONPARKES, quite a few people have contacted me and named JP as harassing them as well, included with SIMONPARKES and the way they just gang stalk people and in the forums, and I don't know if they have chat rooms and things like that, but I've had several messages, so I did sort of mention that. Looking at this post here by JP, I'm not sure quite how to take it. I'll read it in a minute, but to me it looks like he does mention me, and I want to thank you for acting so quickly. If you're listening to this, I presume you will be, because it's current, so it's all going to be the same story, part of the same thing. But was this going on for quite a while? Because I'm just getting indications that you were aware of a lot of things but actually didn't do anything about them. I hope that's not true. Is that true? But I'd like to get to the bottom of this, and I wouldn't want to slander anybody, and so if there is an apology in order here, I'm quite willing to do it. I didn't say much about you. I said something like creepy beardy or something like that. It wasn't too bad, but I would be willing to take that back and make a public apology if it's needed. But at the moment, judging by your posts and other comments I've read, and just the indications, to me it looks like you're acting on more than just the statement SIMONPARKES made about me. It looks like there's a lot more here. Well, it feels like there's a lot more, and maybe there's a lot more complaints and nobody was doing anything about it, and you just all chose to ignore it. In that case, you need to be called out on that, and you need to apologise for it and give your reasons why, if it is the case. And there has been abuse and manipulation going on by SIMONPARKES with various people, and judging by the messages and emails I've received, it looks like it's been going on for a while, and several people were aware of this. So if that's the case and you were covering for this man, well, you all need to own up and accept what the public want to say to you, and just own up and accept it and swallow it, and either move on or climb out of it and pull yourself out of it and build yourself back up again and apologise and prove yourself to be a real truther and not just promoting these charlatans, because at the moment that's what a lot of you seem to be doing. A lot of people promoted SIMONPARKES over the years on every radio show, so what does that say about all of you, There's been a lot of complaints, I know, over the years about SIMONPARKES, so have all of you just chosen to ignore that? I'm finding this hard to believe, but if it's true, it needs to be said, it needs to be told, and you all need to suffer the consequences of that. So I'm going to read out the message from JP, and then after that I'm going to jump to SIMONPARKES' side. He's made a post as well, which is absolutely outrageous. I didn't even actually read it. Some of his stuff is just so much shit. I skimmed through it. I can't even bother. It doesn't sink in. I've actually just read it now for the first time, and unbelievable. The lies in there, it's unbelievable. So I'm going to prove again. He's telling even more lies to get out of the lies he's already told. I can prove it again. Okay, I'll read JP's message. Over the years and months since I've been doing Connecting Consciousness show with him, there have been a few issues building up in the background which have caused me to question my choice to do the show with SIMONPARKES. In the recent show, when he spoke about Marie Kiali, I felt increasingly uncomfortable as he spoke about her and he referred to her. I didn't say anything then. I didn't know who she was at the time, but I have since discovered she herself was not involved with any illegal activities. I was then put in a difficult place, being asked to block comments on the YouTube archive, something I never do. This was a personally awkward moment for me, and has caused me to review things that others close to me and also not known to me have been talking about. Coupled with other things said by those close to him and other allegations and drama about his conduct with clients has increasingly brought up doubts about his integrity with those close to him, not to mention comments by other clients and listeners. There are more dramas circulating and building, but these issues are directly connected to me, my relationship and my radio station. I have sat on this information for a while, but it is building to a head. The result is that I have chosen to end the Connecting Consciousness show on Wolf Spirit Radio, as of the last broadcast, March 18th. This is not for discussion. Well, as I said, it does sound like there's a lot going on behind the scenes that people were aware of, and so one thing I salute you is sorting it out now. Whether it's too late or not, you've done it, and that's a good thing, and you've made it quite clear that there won't be any going back, I think, and he's burned his bridges there for some reason, for the ways he's been behaving towards clients and people in general, and yeah, he's brought it on himself, and it's about time. So now I'm going to jump to his channel and just read what his statement is. It's disgusting, to be honest. I just can't believe the lies out of this man. Okay. Dear all, a few words must be said as to the recent situation regarding the radio show JP that has left so many of us confused. First, you will be aware that a certain individual has made it her life ambition to be nasty about me. Ben Emlyn Jones, Miles Johnson, Kerry Cassidy and many others of us have been attacked by this individual. I did ask JP to disable the comments on his radio shows simply because the police advised me to do this. This came about when I reported the actions of this woman to the police. I reported that she had accused me of stealing money from old people and a range of other totally ludicrous things. The police told me that the comments made by this one were actually illegal, and I was given a crime number and invited to the police station to make a victim statement, which I did. The police have indeed been to see this woman and explained that she can't go on making false allegations without there being consequences. First of all, police haven't come to see me. I've actually spoken to the police several times, and I've recorded the calls and they're on my channel, talking about Simon Parkes and talking about Miles Johnson. Now the police have been to see Miles Johnson. He's been warned not to comment, not to make a video, not to post, not to even talk about me. And he was warned several weeks ago not to do that. Since the police have warned him, he's broken those conditions 7 times in several videos and posts about me. So the police called me and asked me how's it going. I told them he's broken the conditions. They were extremely annoyed and said, oh, has he now? Well, we'll see about that. And they were extremely annoyed. So they asked me to compile a list of the things he said, the dates and the videos and the posts, and it includes Ben Emlyn Jones and Simon Parkes as well. The 3 of them are together. It's like ganging up to coordinate it. I mean, they have this attack on me, you know, so they can say, oh, I'm attacking them. Now, he's saying I attacked Kerry Cassidy. I've done one video about Ben Emlyn Jones because I called him out on something. He's going off doing videos about me. Miles Johnson is a separate issue altogether because I have a long-standing grievance with him over a period of time. The police are looking at malicious harassment of me and my material with malicious intent over a long period of time. Extortion, he's trying to extort £15,000 from me to get the copyrights for my video so he won't carry on harassing me for years and years and years. And stalking harassment, even though he's blocked, he's been clearly stalking me over the years by, you know, making comments about my Facebook posts, and even though he's blocked, he's able to see them under different names, obviously. So the police have all that, and the videos he's made, you know, slandering me again, defaming me, and even accusing me of murder, accusing me of being a Korean spy, and threatening to shoot me, all sorts of stupid things. The police have all this. So Simon Parkes, the police have not come to see me. You have not gone to the police. I have not been warned. It's me who's gone to the police, and they are looking into all of you. And another thing with Miles Johnson as well is this list of over 400 porn sites that they're looking into, and they are looking into intelligence on Miles Johnson. And there's also some investigators in Canada, I believe, French Canada, who have spent years doing investigations on these UFO people, well, on different things, porn sites and child trafficking and things like that. And these people have come up. The ISP addresses: Kerry Cassidy, I know David Wilcock, Miles Johnson, definitely I remember those three, but I've printed the list. They've contacted me, we spoke, they passed the information over to the FBI. So this is very serious, and these people are all connected, all part, running the same porn sites, all connected, and running shenanigans all over the place. So Simon Parkes, the police haven't been to see me, lies there. Can't make false allegations. So the only allegations, there's no allegations against me. I'm calling you 10 hairs and taking the piss because you deserve it. But calling you a paedophile, you said that, not me. And actually, it has been said. I found the source when you said Marie Keolis said this about me. I got curious. I think, why is he saying that? Why would he be saying that? I've never ever said that about you, and I, you know, don't know where you would get that. It's very weird. A lot of people are thinking that's very strange. Why would you say that? Why would you dig the knife in and say, oh, I've said something like that? So I started digging around, and I found the source of that information, and it wasn't for me, but there is a source. So I'm deciding what to do about that. I may get advice, legal advice, before I put the information out there, but there is a source, a definite source, and it's not me. It's nothing to do with me whatsoever. So, how did you know that? I was going through the emails I have on you I'm going to do part 2 of this video, where I'm going to be reading out all the emails, the master and slave thing and everything else. And the other bit of this email here, the other bit of your post, you claim you knew I was a dodgy character and you took your distance from me. Well, actually, again, I can prove you'd be a complete fucking ridiculous liar. Because I was even shocked at the emails I had. I completely forgot about all these emails I had from you. When you're actually trying to chat me up, asking me where I live, am I single? Oh, we're soulmates, we're so alike, we're the only ones that are genuine. Or, I have so much email, I forgot even I had these. You're chatting me up, finding out where I live, pound signs in your eyes when I say Kensington. Oh, wow. And then you started trying to hook me in from there. It's all very clear. And the emails here, you're flirting like a lunatic. They made me want to vomit. So for you to say you tried to distance yourself, again, I can prove it's a lie. All that's lies. So there again, the police haven't come to see me, lies. And in no way did you try to distance yourself. You tried your best to meet me, and over weeks I have all the emails, and I'm going to be reading them out, and I'm going to print them all, put them all, post them all. And we'll see now. I mean, again, so many lies. Just to backtrack and get yourself out of the lies you've already told. You've told more lies, and I can prove them as well. You absolute moron. No, I think you're regretting trying to dig the knife in first, before I hadn't even said anything about you. But I think when you saw the video coming out of Miles Johnson, you knew time was coming up for you. You knew that was it, and you tried to dig the knife in. Let's slander her before she says anything about me, so nobody will believe her. But that backfired a big time, didn't it? I've been laughing for weeks about this, because you people really are stupid. As I said, don't play mind games with people more intelligent than yourself, because you can't do it. You just cannot do it. You'll never be able to do it. You just end up looking stupid, which you all are, over and over again. So let's see what else is piece of fucking shit says here. The police said you can't go making false allegations. Well, again, you've made these allegations yourself. I've never said this. You've made these allegations yourself. So what you went to the police with is beyond me. But I went to the police with is a pile like this of emails, texts and everything else, and answering my messages, posts, videos, the lot. So oh gosh, it's funny, it's very funny and sad. I don't know, I feel a little bit sad. Oh, bad news, isn't it? But I'm laughing, I'm dancing around the garden. Oh, I'm having so much fun. Your trolls on my channel, oh my god, they're pathetic. These are grown people coming on my channel calling me names. like school kids. You're evil, you're going to hell, your hair is horrible, you've got a big nose. Thanks for all that, because I'm having the best laugh I've had in ages. They're so funny, they're just so funny. So thanks for all them, it was hilarious. Right, let's see. When I said on the radio show that this woman had previously been raided by the drug squad, I spoke fact. I've proved that it was set up by my daughter's boyfriend, and I've actually got 2 recordings, actually phone recordings, actually not one phone recording and one actual meeting in the police contender house with the IPCC when I've complained about the police, and that comes up. The fake raid, I bring it up, it's been discussed, it's discussed on the phone calls as well. And another thing as well, idiot. I was actually talking to SIMONPARKES at this time, and I emailed him about the raid the very next day. I said, oh my god, I've been raided and they haven't found anything, of course, but this is, you know, been set up by my daughter's boyfriend. So he knew from day one that the raid was a setup, and then he tried to slander me with it, and he's still carrying on even now, even though I've proved it. Have you not looked at my channel, the videos and the things I'm releasing? You dipstick, you need to, because you're making a fool of yourself. You need to look at my videos, you need to see what I'm releasing, because you're walking into giant-sized cow pats. It's all up your leg. You're walking in so much, it's fucking up to your thighs. You need to look at what I'm releasing on you, because it's so pathetic. Oh, you're just really ridiculous. Let's see, where is it? The Metropolitan Police did raid her home because they were looking for more than the usual smokes. They were after something much bigger. So what I said is in total fact. Indeed, it was confirmed in one of her own posts. At no time did I say that any crack was, it's crack now, is it? Was recovered, or that she was arrested because she was charged with pushing. I know this because she herself told me, and at the time I felt she was someone I did not wish to associate with. That was some 6 years ago. As I said, I could prove he was flirting with me, trying to get me to meet him. I come to London to see my kids all the time, every twice a month. Come out, would you like to meet? Can you meet me where you live? And I'm like, whoa, vomiting. I forgot I even had these emails, and I just read them recently when I was going through looking at his master and slave ones. So I've put them all together. I'm going to do a part 2 to this video, and I'll be reading out all the emails on that, about that. But I found all these, as I said, and I forgot I had all these. So he shot himself in the other fucking foot now. Idiot. It became obvious that one of JP's assistants was in contact with this woman. Indeed, this woman put a message out saying that she was in touch with one of JP's admins. Now, there was no, JP, one of his admins, did come on my page, and fair enough, she was honest to say who she was, and she's on my page, and, you know, not hiding anything. At the beginning, I said, oh, that's fair enough, thanks for being honest, you know, I'm not hiding anything either. But then when Parks put out that, if anyone sees anything, Enrique, he said, let me know. And then I had several people coming on my page trying to trap me out, trying to get me to say he was a paedophile, basically. He said that himself, I haven't said it. So, you know, when after that happened, I thought I'm deleting this woman because, they're being underhanded and sneaky, so I just don't want her on my page. So I deleted her, but she never said anything, wasn't nasty, wasn't rude or anything like that. And so that's the woman he's talking about. And she was in touch with me again a couple of days ago, and said, you know, she's very nice, and there was nothing rude between us or anything. I just didn't feel safe. I just didn't like the fact that he's putting out and Marie Kelly said anything. I just didn't feel comfortable with being watched, and because I knew about him. There's loads of people there watching anyway, and you know, thumbs down and everything. It's supposed to be friends and things like that. So I know there's a lot of spies on there anyway, but I don't know who they are. But at least I knew who she was. I was able to act. So that's why I deleted her. But yeah, she contacted me and told me the situation. She said, I've nothing to do with him, and you know, a lot's been going on over the months or years, I don't know, years even. So, you know, they were aware of certain problems, and you know, so they're acting. And she said, I'm on the side of truth, and so she asked to be unblocked, which I did, and let her back on my page. So that's the admin she's talking about. But there's no collusion between us, nothing going on. I had no conversations apart from that one at the beginning and the one yesterday. And I said, oh, I just don't feel comfortable, nothing against you, personally, I just don't feel comfortable doing a view of what he said and your connections. But she made it clear and clarified what her connections were, and who she really was, and she's had her doubts about him for quite a while as well. So whether she's just saying that again, I don't know, but I have to trust people. I just don't mistrust everybody until I find out otherwise, and at the moment it's fine. So this is the woman he's talking about. When I said in the radio show, this woman had previously been raved about. Oh, I read that. Confirmed in wrong post. It wasn't confirmed on my wrong post. I did some interviews with Miles Johnston, and I was completely honest about the police raid, and because it involved a cover-up of my daughter's death and this boyfriend, and I went to court. You know, there was a big police investigation, and I sued the police and went to the IPCC, and there was the inquest. So there's a lot going on, and that was all. This drugs raid was all part of the abuse from her boyfriend. So, you know, there was nothing against me, it was actually against him and the harassment. So that's, you know, Simon Parkes knew that and still tried to use it against me. So that's the sickening thing. This is Mr. Truther, love and light. So he did this vindictively to probably try and slander me and turn people against me, because he knew I was coming forward with his bullshit, and he knew it was all piling up on him, so he tried to dig the knife in first. That's all he did that for. But it did actually, I never listened to the show, people pointed out to me, and even when they pointed it out, I listened to about 30 seconds and I couldn't be bothered. I just can't even listen to that man's voice, it's so boring, it's just vomit to me. So I didn't really listen to them carefully myself for a while. So I didn't really react that much, but after listening to them, I mean, it just shows the lack of integrity and the lack of morals with these people, and it's blatant. They can't hide it anymore, and I think more are seeing it. The people who are working closely, have been working closely with them, can see it more than I can, and more than you or I can, and they've decided to cut all ties with them, so that speaks volumes. So I would say to any other truthers out there, he's you know, poaching for radio shows, and I can even do more than one. If you're seeing all this now that's being exposed about Simon Parkes, and there's a lot more coming out, this is only the beginning, I'm sure a lot more people are going to come forward. He needs to be disgraced and shown for what he is once and for all. So any other truthers taking him on, interviewing him, well, you're not truthers. We need to stop promoting these con men and abusers, and if you're a truther of the truth, you will stop and you will start outing these people and stop covering them up just for views. You'll get more views by outing them, trust me. Stop pushing the fakes, and if you're pushing the fakes, it either proves you're disinfo agents. You're getting paid under the table, getting paid by the government, or you're there to muddy the waters. So this is where the crunch time now, this is what we've come to. People have to start standing up and showing what they stand for, and if they're standing for crap, well, you're going to be moved to one side and you're going to be identified by everybody. as somebody that can't be trusted, and this is what we need to start doing. So if you're pushing fakes, well-known fakes, it's going to be noticed. Anyway, I'll have to finish this in part 2. I'm going to recharge the battery, it's just gone red, and I'll read out the emails, all from Simon Parkes. Actually, maybe if I've got time to read this. It's become obvious that one of JP's assistants was in contact with this woman. Indeed, this woman put a message out saying that she was in touch with one of JP's admins. I did that because we were being honest. We were not hiding anything. And she was honest, I was honest. This is what it is. But he's trying to make something dirty out of it. But it's just being honest. But if you can't see honesty, this says a lot too. You don't know that. So we know where pressure to cancel the radio show came from. What saddens me is that JP was not even man enough to tell me face to face. Like you, I only learned about it afterwards. He had not even discussed or asked for my side of it. It's the same as a big corporation sacking an employee by text, only in this case I never even got a text. Well, big corporations don't do that unless it's something serious. I've been in big corporations and had to sack people, and the only time that ever happened when 2 people were escorted off the premises was when they were abusing the women over a long period, and I outed them as well, and there was a big investigation and they were marched off the premises by the police. That's the only time I've seen that happen, and they didn't get it. There's no chance for argument, there's no chance for discussion. It is what it is, and that's when that happens, when it's extreme grievance or something like that, and disciplinary action has to be taken immediately. And it's normally, you don't get taken off the premises by the police unless it's abuse or something serious against members of staff or something like that. So what you're saying there, you know, again, I'm not even going to read this shite, it's stupid. I'm bored. Anyway, they didn't give me a text. So JP was not man enough. Well, he actually was man enough, because he got rid of you, and it sounds like it's pretty serious. He doesn't even want to negotiate. There's no negotiation, no discussion, and that's when something serious happens, because whatever you say, it cannot be turned back, and whatever you say, you cannot weasel out of it. And that's when you come to a situation like that, that's what happens. And there's just no answer, no excuse, no conclusion other than what it is, and that's what's happened. So stop trying to make out other than what it is. It's nothing to do with me, it was to do with you, yourself, and I just proved that you were lying, and I'm going to prove that all this is lies as well. I mean, you're just so stupid. You walk into it, you're walking into it yourself. It's just so funny that you claim to be this intelligent person who knows all the world, and hopping over to CERN to fix that, and what, doing exorcists for the Rothschilds. How on earth anyone believes this nonsense is beyond me. It's just beyond me. And a lot of your trolls coming and calling me evil, you're going to hell, for what? For exposing you. And when I didn't really have to do much, you expose yourself more than me exposing you. Mine is coming now, to dig the nails in the coffin, to finish you off for good. But you exposed yourself. It was not really that much to do with me. I just point out things to people who, you know, sometimes people miss things. It's like when you watch a movie twice, people, a lot of times you miss them the first time. I'm quick at spotting things, and I can point them out to people, and they go, oh my God, you're right, I never saw that before. So that's all I'm doing. I'm pointing things out to people that you've already said, all you people have said and done and whatever, and you just think it's sneak past without anyone seeing. Well, I've seen, and I'm just pointing people in the right direction, and I've opened so many people's eyes just by saying a few little things. You know, yeah, I am using psychological little tricks on you, And because none of you know what I know, none of you know who I know, none of you know who I have working for me, if I have anybody working for me. And there's a lot of talented people out there that love giving their services to anyone on the side of truth. And, you know, a lot of talented people can provide information. So none of you know what I know, or none of you know who I'm coming after next. So all I have to do is drop a few little hints, and it got you all scurrying around like cockroaches. So that proves you've got a lot to hide, all of you, or you wouldn't be behaving like that. If somebody said anything like that to me, I'd say, yeah, come on, show me what you've got, show me what you've got, because I know there's nothing. And anything I've said or whatever online, I've said openly. I'm proud to put my name behind it because I don't take anything back. And I am who I am, say what I say. My opinions are always based on, not based on just hearsay. When I base an opinion on something, it means I've done the research. And I've spent the time doing the research. I don't make up my mind about things until I've done that. So when I say something, I'm absolutely 100% sure of what I'm saying, and I can prove it, and I won't change my mind. And when I do say something, I mean it, and nothing will make me change my mind because I've done the research and I've made up my mind based on that. I don't base my opinions on hearsay, Mr. Third fucking Party, or ridiculous things. I make up my mind on my own research and what I know about people, what I found out about people, and by reading body language, how they treat others online. Even though I'm not involved in a lot of the arguments, I watch what's going on. I see who the vicious numpties are and what you're all doing to each other, and who can be trusted, who can't be trusted. And I can tell you now, the people you all call trolls, they're the only ones that can be trusted, really, because they're not trolls. These are people on the side of truth, and rational people, sensible people, and people who can see the bullshit. So I don't know how you've got all these followers who can't see this. They must have two brain cells between them, because irrational, intelligent, you don't even have to be that intelligent to see the bullshit. It's really, and all I'm doing is pointing people in the right direction and pointing things out to people and opening their eyes, and my God, is it working. Well, part 2 will be coming, and my battery's about to go, so there was a bit more I wanted to say, but I'll edit this and maybe do part 2 and 3. But I do want to go through all the emails and read through all the emails, and that will be fun. So thank you again, everybody, for all the support. It's been amazing. I couldn't have done this on my own. It's, you know, not many people listen to one person, but that's the thing with the truth, and when you have integrity, nobody can knock you down, nobody can take it away from you, and they can pull the rug out so many times, but I can keep coming back up, and nothing, as I said, is going to bite me in the arse from anywhere. Nothing is going to come back on me that I'm ashamed of. Anything that I've said or done, I'll own up to it gladly. So this is, I need this, and I know I need all this one day, and that's why I've kept myself clean, because I have a lot of work to do, and you have to be trusted to do what I'm going to be doing, and I want to make sure people do trust me, and people can trust me, and I want them to see that. And even in my interviews, my own interviews, I've got the police, all the documents, I've posted them online on my Facebook, and the police recordings, and every single thing I've said in my interviews, it's word for word, 100% correct. I haven't exaggerated in the slightest, and it's just all 100% accurate, word for word, and that can be seen. So I didn't bend the truth, didn't leave anything out, didn't misconstrue anything. You know, I said it as it is, 100% word for word, and it's in all my documents and in all the police recordings. When I had police coming down, even when the IPCC and when they're coming down to see me during the investigation with my daughter's death, I would hide my phone under the sofa and just use the recorder. And just in case, I'm so glad I did, because the bullshit coming out, I have it all on recording. So this was when I got the recording about the raid, and Simon Parkes knew about it, Miles Johnson knew about it. I mean, they all know about it, and it's all in my interviews for years. So, you know, I'm just coming back to it again. But that's how I have the recordings, because I was recording the police at the time. And I made over 40 calls to the police about my daughter's boyfriend harassing her, and I recorded some of those because they were ignoring me, and I knew I was going to probably need a record, so I started keeping records then, and lucky I did. Well, it doesn't matter, because it didn't help in the end, but at least I have a record for my side of the story, and the police didn't get away with it all. I have the truth, and it's all there as a cover-up anyway. But so I have all those recordings. There's about 6 hours altogether, and you know, a lot of stuff, private stuff in there, and I release them, and I have the links. If anyone wants to hear them, I can give you the links. They're unlisted. I decided not to keep them public so people couldn't misuse them, and there's names and things like that, so I didn't want to get into trouble with the police for releasing names, so that's why I just put them unlisted. But that's, you know, as I said, it's all word for word exactly as I said in those calls and in those meetings with the police. It's all in my interviews. So I will do the part 2 and read the emails. Should be fun. Anyway, bye for now, and thank you again for all the support. As I said here before it went off, I can't do this on my own, and we do need to stick together, and we will clear the way and get rid of these morons, and we have to do it. I mean, I'm like a bulldozer at the moment, and I'm bulldozing anyone who gets in my way. I have no tolerance level. My tolerance level is 0 now for these muppets, and don't worry about the comments. Everybody, I know some people are getting upset on my Facebook seeing some of the comments and things like that, and you know, thanks very much for sticking up for me. I mean, it's really nice, because I haven't really had that before, especially going through all the other stuff with the trolls before. You know, there was nobody that much sticking up for me, so it's really nice to see that. I mean, it's lovely, and you know, it brings tears to my eyes, makes me a bit, you know.